Ki khubor ka Batesi TV.
Ka umdi basnyam bat penjaslian. Rupa Premium Meghalaya.
Ka Sorkar MDE balayalam dekat National People's Party kala Pynlut bisa hadu Sihajar Klur bantai ban Pynbha ya ki Jaka ya Lehkai sports ha ki Snem balalino ha ka jingekran berkilat pathai kubor menteri rangba ulai thu bakani ke pisa ka bakot hadu Sihajar Klur kadai ka Pynlut ha ka patai bat shna Pynbha ya ki Jaka ya Lehkai sports nadu Snem arajar khatpra.
So this is what's happening in sports now, then and now. So if you look at the first level, before 2018, there was less than 100 crores of stadiums, different play areas being constructed, and most of them were from the central government. There was a very small amount being spent by government of Meghalaya from its own resources for infrastructural development in terms of sports. Sports associations, MSOA, football, hockey, you name it, wrestling, badminton, all the associations that are there, they used to get negligible amount in terms of annual support, in terms of fund. And you can ask them this. I'm not saying this. When you take this presentation back, I'm going to give you copies of this. So you can go through each line and you can verify each line by calling these associations, by calling the chief engineer, you can call the officers, everybody. So there was no support for any associations. So associations were on their own, functioning on their own without any support. There was no training program, or negligible I should say, or no talent identification. This is a very important thing. I'll share with you, I hope there's a slide on talent identification in the next few slides. Yeah, there is. So talent identification was not being done. And there was only one international event co-hosted, which was the South Asian Games for 2016. And one slide we did not put out here was that before 2018, the previous Meghalaya Games was in 2003 or 4, if I'm not wrong. So 16 years we didn't have Meghalaya Games. And in the history of Meghalaya, there were only 2 Meghalaya Games before 2018. So that's another important slide. You can note that down. It's not here mentioned right now. So only 2 Meghalaya Games took place before 2018. And after that, of course, 4 Meghalaya Games since 2018 to now have taken place. Now, what has happened in the last few years? This is what's happened in the last few years now. First slide is this side. We have been, right now, projects worth about 1,000 crores of infrastructure since 2018 is being implemented as we speak. These are real things that are happening. So there's a huge jump. So there's been and that's just in a matter of 6 years to 7 years time. So when we talk about the importance that we give to sports, it's not just about the speeches we give. These are factuals, and we can obviously give you the breakup of the exact chart of where the infrastructures are coming up. And I'll show you some more pictures also later on. We give almost close to 2 crores of grants to the different sports associations every year now. And this is all again happened because of the sports policy. If you remember, we came out in 2019. That is what the guiding force was for us. Without a policy, you don't know the roadmap. So the policy created that roadmap for us. Based on that, we started focusing on infrastructure. We started supporting the associations. And associations will tell you they're very happy. And it's not just associations being supported by the sports department. Even when it comes to the Chief Minister's special grant, many associations, organizations which go for tournaments and events outside the state or even outside the country are being supported by the Chief Minister's office. We have almost close to 50 crores is spent each year on sports events, including legacy. The way we have done it in terms of the infrastructure development is we've ensured that it is not only town-centric or city-centric, it has to be rural-centric. Like for example, we have artificial turf that's going to come up in Riangdo. We have artificial turf that's going to come up in Siju area. There's artificial turf that's going to come out in some interior location in East Jaintia Hills. So every corner of the state, we have decided in such a manner that we will distribute it. Some places want artificial turf, some places want natural turf, Some places are asking for athletic track and field. Just to share with you, we did not have athletic track and field, a single proper one, except the one in GN Stadium. We didn't have a proper one throughout the state. Today we have 3 of them, and very soon we're going to expand that to make it 10 plus by putting it in different district headquarters. So our strategy has been very clear that our infrastructure development must reach to the grassroots level. May not be possible in one go, but it is going to happen slowly and steadily. Stadium is going to cost roughly about 400 plus crores. And the, how much is it? 150. The Maudyandyang tennis and swimming, indoor swimming stadium is going to cost about 150 crores. We planted so many seeds and trees, how come we didn't get any fruits, this year? It's a process, it takes time. Things are not, it's not like a button where you press the button and suddenly you get the results. So it takes time for the results to come in, because you saw this framework, it requires coaches. Now we want our students to be there, I think, but we don't have enough coaches. Now who's going to support those coaches? Where's the money going to come in for those coaches? The infrastructure, the children want to play. Now we have spent 1,000 crores to put up this infrastructure. It's only after a year or two will they get a chance to play in those fields. And after they play, it'll be, maybe 3, 4 years, 5 years before they start to improve in the whole thing. So it's not that things happen right when we see. But you will see, after 5 to 10 years, it'll take time. That's when the results come in. But then again, I repeat myself, I've mentioned, I know you asked me this question before also, that we cannot just simply, look at the medals and determine the outcome of the investments we make. When we invest in sports, as I said, we are investing in the character of the young people. Now the children who went yesterday, just imagine, I was told by certain people, I don't want to be quoted to say this, but I'm pretty sure it's correct. They told me that in some regions, from Southwest Khasi Hills, South Garo Hills, a large number of children have never seen Jawai in their life. It was the first time that they came to Jawai. Many of them. And I'm just saying, this is a very important aspect of the state's unity and its state's integration. This cannot be measured by medals. This will be measured by the positivity that comes out in terms of how they start to value the diversity that we have in our state. Now that's an investment. And that small investment and that small mindset that the child will come out with will be important for his life or her life in the future. The kind of work that they do in terms of practicing day and night, that brings in the discipline, the hard work. You can't value that just in terms of a medal, but it will become an important part of that student's character for everything he or she does in her life. So sports has to be looked at from a much larger scale. Are medals important? Absolutely important. That's why, while we're developing this thing, we realized that if we wait for somebody after he or she is 16, 17 and then say, oh, he's good in running, let's start working on him, it's too late. If you want any developed nation or nations who are doing well in sports, the scientific approach of scientific talent identification is the way forward. You identify the talent at the age of 10, 11, 12. You guide them, counsel them, give them the nutrition, the training that they require in that particular area which they have talent in. Then they will become medal winners for you after 5 years or 10 years. So there's a very long scientific approach to all of this. So things cannot happen just in one go. But yes, we wish to win medals and I hope it will happen. It takes time. But as I said, it's not only about winning medals. It is about the larger character building of our youth and energizing or channelizing the energy in a positive way.